Welcome to my YouTube channel. This story began with a single phone call. Just a few minutes of conversation changed the meaning of my life and quietly guided me toward a new direction. The phone rang when the room was wrapped in deep nighttime silence. Outside, there was no rain, no wind, only the distant, faint sound of the city. The name that lit up the screen was my brother. We hadn't spoken in a long time. The moment I saw his name, an unfamiliar weight settled in my chest. I hesitated for a second, should I answer or not? Then, without knowing why, my finger pressed the button on its own. Hello. My brother's voice was cold, emotionless, almost businesslike. Mom passed away last night. It felt as if time had stopped. The world went quiet inside my ears, leaving only his voice behind. It took a few seconds to understand the words. Mom was gone. Her voice, her presence, her warmth, everything had become part of the past. That truth slowly sank into my heart. Then he said, and yes, the inheritance has been settled. The house, the money, everything goes to me. You get nothing. Strangely, my heart remained completely calm in that moment. No anger, no sadness, no shock, just a deep, lake-like silence spreading inside me. And then, I smiled. I didn't immediately understand why I smiled. Maybe because that smile wasn't born in that moment, it was the result of many years of quiet emotions collecting inside me. As children, my brother was always the strong one, the intelligent one, the center of the family. Our father passed away early, and our mother raised us with great effort, but all of the family's hopes naturally rested on my brother's shoulders. I always lived in his shadow. Whether I scored well in exams or came first in sports, my mother's eyes always followed him. But my mother was never cold toward me. When my brother came home late, she and I would sit together in the kitchen at night. I would talk about school, friends, and dreams. She would listen silently, then smile. Those moments became the most precious treasure of my life. Time passed. My brother moved to the city and became successful. I stayed with my mother. I took her to the hospital, did the shopping, handled the housework, everything. My brother would come occasionally, give her money, stay for a few hours, and leave. She was always happy to see him, but after he left, I often saw her standing at the door, quietly, with sadness on her back. That is why, during that phone call, I understood everything. On paper, everything was always going to belong to my brother. But I had things that no one could take from me. The quiet afternoon tea, the soft evening sunlight, laughter shared with my mother. The warmth of the blanket she placed over me at night. That silent, wordless love. My brother may have received everything, but the time spent living with my mother was mine. On the phone, my brother asked, "Don't you have anything to say?" Calmly, I replied, "I understand," and I ended the call. After that, I sat in the chair. There was no anger, no resentment, only a strange sense of peace. The next day, I went to my mother's house. My brother was already there. I quietly went inside. On my mother's desk, I found an old diary. Inside were many small notes written with my name, about taking care of me, about the tea I made for her, about her thoughts of me. I quietly placed the diary in my bag. No one said anything. A few weeks later, everything was finished. The house, the land, the money, all were in my brother's name. Nothing came to me. Yet as I looked up at the sky on my way home, my heart felt surprisingly light. People say what matters is what you own. I learned that what truly matters is who you spent your life with. My brother gained many things, but my mother's final days of closeness were mine. That kind of wealth cannot be written on paper. That is why I smiled that night. Because I had lost nothing. I already had everything. My mother is no longer in this world, but what she gave me still lives inside me. And whenever I look up at the sky, only one word rises in my heart. Thank you. And once again, quietly, I smile.